Alright, everybody, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Ro of Gilead, or just Ro, whatever you want to call me. That dude with the big hair works too. So today we've got a bunch of news, and some of this I wasn't going to cover because it was pretty saturated by the rest of the, established community in both Twitter or Twitch and YouTube. Oh man, too many social media outlets. Either way, we are going to circle back. We're going to go over the Elrond kit reveal from just a couple days ago. They also dropped a kit reveal for Lord Elrond, so we'll be going through his kit. And we have some release dates for both the Elrond event and for Lord Elrond. So without further ado, let's just kind of get to the meat and potatoes. Let's get to the good stuff. What's going on, Carbonics? Welcome to the chat. All right, so let's get right down into it. First was Elrond, and the reason we're going to be reviewing this guy's kit again, first time on our channel, but probably for the millionth time between Twitch and YouTube, they made some pretty significant changes to what was originally dropped, so we're just going to go ahead, jump right in. We won't beat his lore and stuff to the ground because, again, this has already been reviewed. So his basic, his Baleful Spear, attack the target enemy for 90% damage and 50% chance to inflict weaken for one turn. That's at unlocked, level 1. That stayed the same. This second part, a max upgrade, though, did not. Attack target enemy for 190% damage and inflict weaken for one turn. Before, this was 260 or 70% for 2 turns. So, bit of a downgrade there on his basic. Same thing with his special one, Pride of Umladris. Gain 2 stacks of Provoke, gain 1 stack of Regeneration for 1 turn. That stayed pretty much the same. The upgrade did not. 3 stacks of Provoke, gain 1 stack of Regeneration was 2 for 2 turns. Now it's 1 for 2 turns. Grant Deadly for 1 turn to self and 2 random allies. I believe that was higher before, so just something to keep in mind there. Lastly, Special 2, Ancient Skill. This is just basically for the attacks. Attack all enemies for 100% damage and gain 1 stack of Provoke. That stayed the same. At max upgrade, attack all enemies for 220% damage and gain 1 stamina for this ability per boon on self. Grant 2 stacks of Provoke. So this was, I believe, 3, so he was gaining 3 and 3, which seems a little nuts, actually. The damage they might not have needed to nerf, but the ability provokes, that might have been a bit ridiculous. Lastly, on to his passive. On unlock, so ability level 1, on turn 40% chance to gain 1 stack of Nimble, which is sweet. They really did nerf this one though. On turn 70% chance to gain 1 stack of Nimble, gain plus 10% resistance. This was 100, I believe, which actually is kind of nuts because it means every time it's his turn, unless he is disrupted somehow, he's going to get Nimble. I don't know. Probably that might get buffed up to like 80% or something like that, 75. Just seems weird that he's supposed to tank in hits, and then they lowered that as well as his provoke counters and damage output. So that's basically it for him. I mean, everything he does is pretty self-explanatory. His ancient skill gets better when the squad has many boons, but as we've been kind of seeing from all the Rivendell elves, that's kind of their point in the first place. They pass out all these boons, which bust up all their output for damage and ability stuff. Baleful Spear should be used on key targets to weaken their damage output and keep Elrond's health up. And then his role as a ranger and an elf allows him to fit on a couple different teams. So that's that. Now on to the good stuff. Oh, before we forget, another shout out to Tawna and his Lord of the Rings Heroes of Middle-earth channel that I will remember to tag in the comments in my next YouTube video, which will be out hopefully tomorrow. But he data mined / got a press junket that basically he was allowed to share that Elrond is going to be dropping on Thursday, June 15th at whatever your local reset time is. So that's America, it's Thursday, June 15th. Europe and points further east from us would probably be the 13th, again, at whatever that global reset time is. So, on to the big new Lord Elrond character kit reveal. Hop back real quick, catch up with the chat. Holy Wolf, what's going on? Glad to see you back. Kronk, what's good? You and the pups is here. Is he Rohan? You guys are silly. All right, so yeah, back to the elves, elf month. So all new, Lord Elrond kit reveal. Here we go. They have a little quote from The Hobbit. He was noble and fair as an elf lord, as strong as a warrior, as wise as a wizard, as venerable as a king of the dwarves, and as kind as summer. That's actually a good quote. So he's obviously Lord Elrond. He's a light character from Rivendell. He's got keywords Light Elf, Rivendell Healer, Staff, and his weapon type is a staff. So let's just get right into it. Basic ability, Ageless Wisdom. On unlock, attack target enemy for 80% damage and 50% chance to gain 1 stack of regeneration for 1 turn to the most wounded squad member. At max level, what we're going to get from that, attack the target enemy for 170%, which is more than double over the course of his leveling up, and grant 1 stack of regeneration for 2 turns to the most wounded squad member. So basically, he does a basic and puts regeneration on your weakest member, which is sweet. Special 1, Villia's Light, bring it right into his Ring of Power, as you can see there up in the icon description. Cost 4 stamina. Heal all squad members for 13% of this character's max health. Revive a random elf ally with 60% of their max health. Now, this is real big. Reason being, first of all, this is on the unlock ability. So at level 1, when you unlock him, if you get to do the event and unlock him, you're going to get a heal all squad members for 13%. So that's a huge heal, because I'm sure as a support character, he's going to have a massive HP pool. But also, you get a revive of a random elf ally with 60% of their max health off rip. So on unlock, he's going to come with a heal and a revive all baked in to 1 cost. And then as you level him up, you're going to get to this max ability. It only goes up 2% for the healing, which is part of what leads me to believe he's going to have a massive HP stat pool. So heal all squad members for 15% of this character's max health. Grant protection for 1 turn and 1 stack of regen for 1 turn. They could have just said protection and regen for 1 turn to the most wounded squad member. Revive a random elf ally with 65% of their max health. And if there are no elf allies to revive, gain 2 stamina for this ability. So basically, if you just want the heal and the protection and the regen, and you have no one to revive, this is going to go, after you use it the first time for 4 stamina, it's only going to cost you 2 every time you're not doing a revive. So that means you'll be popping off with that health percent regen faster and faster every single time you don't have to revive a unit. All right, special ability 2, the Wrath of Rivendell. We'll kind of let this play out here for a second so we can watch that sweet animation that should have horses in it, but that's okay. All right, let's see. Let's catch up with the chat. The Ghost Spider Silk review. One Ring as a character. Well, so actually the One Ring would be a really sweet character, and it wouldn't surprise me if it has callouts and kits for Gollum and the Ring Wraiths and stuff like that. The bigger question, what the fuck even... Oh, we're talking Destiny now in the chat. Do I drop from your team? Okay, so here's a good question from Crump. The big question is, what current elf do I drop from the team, as we currently have 5 and he'll make 6? So you're going to drop the elves that aren't Rivendell based, and I would recommend not really focusing on them if you've pushed to get 5 stars for the other ones. So like if you're in my ship and you're going to spend for Arwen and for Eladan, then you're going to have Arwen, Eladan, Lomian, Naramiri, and Elrond, okay, from the guild campaign. So that's going to be your 5 used to unlock Elrond, and then when you get Elrond, you're going to drop Naramiri off the team, because she is not a Rivendell elf. Now, she can still work on that team, and so can Leliana for that, or Lelia, or whatever her name is, the woodland elf, can also work on that team, but for max synergy, you want them all to be the Rivendell elves. So you're going to have your core 4, Eladan, Elrohir, Arwen, and Lomian, and you'll have Naramiri for the unlock if you're doing what I'm doing, which is spending some cash. And then if you're not, you're going to have Leliel, I believe is her name. We'll check it in game in a minute. But what she does is she's basically woodland elf. She's not going to have the synergy, and she's the one that you should invest in the least out of the 5 if you're not using Eladan or Arwen. If you're not using one of them, you're going to really want to invest minimally in her just to get through the event. You'll need her still at 5 stars for the unlock, but no matter how you slice it, if you want to get Elrond on the first go around, you're going to have to buy either Arwen or Eladan. Now, after about a week of playing with Arwen, I think Eladan is probably going to be the most impactful character for early game, less spendy players, because he not only works with the Rangers and the Elves, of which Arwen has only one of those synergies, and since there's no leader yet, she doesn't really do anything. But Eladan also has tons of provokes, regens, protection ups, debuffs for the enemy, so he's going to make a great tank on either an Elf Ranger or a hybrid team that you can use while you're waiting for Lord Elrond to drop. Oh, yeah, the revive in the missions was bad. It's going to be even worse when you come up against Elrond in the arena there, Crunk. But let's get back to the kit reveal. So, the Wrath of Rivendell. Attack all enemies for 130% damage and inflict slow for 1 turn is the base unlock. At max upgrade, attack all enemies for 280% damage and reduce their turn meter. This is huge. Reduces their turn meter by 6% per boon on self, up to a max of 5 boons for 30% turn meter reduction. So basically, if the entire enemy team is about to attack and you're like close, you're going to use this move. It's going to drop up to 30% turn meter from every single character that it hits. So they just lost a third of their speed bar, basically. They can't move, and you're going to get to jump up in front of them. And on top of that, you inflict slow for 2 turns on everyone it hits. So that is gross. That's going to be a fantastic ultimate or special to whatever you want to call it. And I think that's really going to make the character shine, and that also kind of showcases why you really want to invest more in the Rivendell elves, because with the exception of Lothian, they're all pretty much, all of them are passing boons around, boons and buffs, whatever you want to call them, to every other member of your elf team. So Natamiri is worth investing into for the unlock because she has cleanses and she can be used as a general healer on other teams. But once you get Elrond, he's pretty much going to be your heal all the time, because once you hit this up here, this, what was it, the Villia's Light, and it drops to 2 because you haven't lost anybody yet, you're just going to be every other turn healing up your squad, applying protection, applying regen. So once you get this train rolling here with his for a special one, you're not really going to use a lot of his other moves unless you're in a weird pinch situation or you're getting beat up. The Wrath of Rivendell will probably come in, with arena and raids specifically, just because you're going to need... Hey, thanks for the woo. You're going to need all of the ability you can to survive and to deal damage to take out those teams. But wait, there's more. Not only does he have a passive, he has a leader ability, so that's going to be where he really shines with our elves. But let's hit the passive first. The House Eternal on unlock. The first time this character drops below 40% health, gain 1 stack of Unbreakable for each Rivendell ally still alive. So basically, off rip, when he drops below 40% health, he's going to get 1 stack of Death Proof or Unbreakable or Invincible, whatever you want to call it, from another game, and he will not be able to be defeated as long as he has those. So if you have 4 other team members, he's going to have 4 stacks of Unbreakable, okay? And that means you're going to have to hit him 4 times to get rid of those, and then a 5th time with hopefully him at low health to kill him. So he's going to have some lasting power on unlock. Now the max ability upgrade, on turn, heal the most wounded squad member for 7% of this character's max health and grant them 1 stack of counter attack. So they're gonna weakest character gets healed and a counter attack. First time this character drops below 40% health, gain 1 stack of Unbreakable for each Rivendell ally still alive. And if it counts him, which it doesn't sound like it does, it doesn't say Rivendell, well, it might count him, we'll have to see, but 4 to 5 stacks of Unbreakable is ridiculous. And then finally, his leader ability on unlock. On Rivendell squad member's turn, if they have no banes, so no negative effects, extend the duration of one of their boons by 1 turn. So basically, if you have 1 buff or 1 boon and no banes, now you have that bane or that boon again for another turn. On max upgrade, Rivendell squad members' turn, if they have no banes, gain Fortitude for 1 turn and extend the duration of 2 of their boons by 1 turn. Elf squad members gain 4% damage per boon on them, up to a max of 5 boons for 20% additional damage. Light squad members gain 10% max health. Man, it's going nuts in the chat over here. What did I miss? Yeah, dude really sent a tsunami at those guys. It's blowing up them channel boards. All right. So yeah, we basically kind of covered what the strategy entails here. Lord Elrond's leader ability can only work if you keep Banes off your squad members. Villia's Light can revive elf allies, but should also be used to heal your allies to keep that fate from that fate entirely. And then Elrond himself doesn't have... Oh, wait a minute. What? Doesn't have much health, but make sure to bring plenty of Rivendell allies so his passives House Eternal keep him alive. Well, okay, that's irritating. Let's hope this is a understatement or something, or an overstatement, because all of his healing is based on his health. So if he doesn't have much health, it doesn't make him a very good healer. So that's a red flag. We might highlight that in a YouTube video. Who knows? But let's see. So his adventure begins shortly. The name is Change in the Wind. Starts Monday, June 26th at 8 a.m. Pacific time. So that's for us East Coast people. That's noon. No, 11. Sorry, 11. And then same thing ends July 3rd. So... Oh, we got some more here. Celebrian, Elrond's wife, and Elladan and Arwen's mother, has just gone to the west. Oh no, this could be a heart gut-wrenching story. Elrond wants to spend time in further training of the Rivendell elves. He knows that there has been an increase in orc activity in the Misty Mountains. There is growing concern about the threats throughout Middle-earth, and Elrond wants his people to be strong and prepared for the coming war. He wants his sons to train with their sister as they have been in the wilds of the Dunedain while she has been in Lorien. You'll need 5 of the 6 following elves. So Elra here, got it. Lotr, got it. Liliel, let's avoid it. Nadamuni, Arwen, and Elladan. So yeah, we already kind of decided that if you're paying, you're skipping Liliel, and you're going to use these 5. If you're not really spending, well, you're going to have a hard time getting them on the first pass, but if you're minimally spending, you should get Elladan probably, Nadamuni, Liliel, Lotr, and Elra here. As a reminder, in order to progress through these tiers, you'll need to have starred your characters appropriately. For example, Tier 1 will require you to have at least 1 star, Tier 2, 2 star, Tier 3, 3 stars, and so on. You'll need to be level 30 in order to access adventure. Players will also need to complete Tier 5 of his adventure in order to unlock and obtain a 5-star Lord Elrond. So that's where the 5 elves at 5-star requirement comes in, because you need to clear up to Tier 5 to get him unlocked, and that's 5-star required. So you can progress Lord Elrond to 6 and 7 stars by completing Tier 6 and 7 respectively. Ooh, alright, so we got some confirmation that when you get the challenge tiers done, you're going to get $250,000 gold for Tier 6, $500,000 for Tier 7, which is pretty hot. I don't know if this is going to be a reasonable goal, Tier 6 or 7 star, for the first pass. I think most of us in the community are looking for these first 5 tiers right here. This is going to be like the most reasonable expectation, especially if you're spending. So that is the big pickup. TLDR, Elrond drops June 26th. 5 elves, 5 stars confirmed. All elves in the game qualify for the event. If you're spending, avoid Liliel. Just would be a waste of resources right now. Also, data mined by Tawna. If you haven't, check them out on YouTube. Tawna, Heroes of Middle-earth. Lord of the Rings Heroes of Middle-earth, I believe is the channel name. Tauna. But he was able to get some info for us that we'll be seeing Elladan in just a couple days at Reset on June 15th. So, that being said, let's actually play the game a little bit, shall we? So, the little details of Ro. Oh, I like that. I like that a lot. Let's see. Sorry, I'm space currently in your guild. Oh yes, I got space currently in my guild, Holy Wolf. Absolutely. And actually, you know what? We'll pop that up here on the screen. Oh, did my... Alright, we gotta refresh the game. Alright, cool. That should let me pull it up in OBS. Come on now, OBS. Well, that's what happens if I close the browser. Maybe it'll let me pick a new source. It's the fun things about OBS that I absolutely love. There it is. Okay, cool. So, where we're at in the game. So we already kind of talked about we need our elves, all 5 at 5 stars. Oh, let's get you that guild information there, Holy Wolf. So, my guild is set to open. It was full and it's slowly declining because I have the requirement that we play every week. That's yeah, you'll be demoted or kicked if you're inactive for 7 days, and it's not really a really high requirement. I'm asking people to play once a week, so I kind of just opened it up to everybody, and it's going to stay open to everybody until it's filled with quality players. And yeah, we're just, the expectation is, especially right now since there's no activities in the guild, you come in, you play once a week. Ideally, I mean, obviously if you're playing and you're trying to unlock and you're gunning for these things, you're playing at least once a day for a little bit, so that's not really a concern. And we don't have anything to really push towards yet as far as guild goals until the raids drop. So as far as that goes, feel free to join Gondolindrum. It's right there at the top. You can search it, it's open. Come on in and join us. Holy Wolf will be happy to have you. Oh, am I guildless now? I got kicked out of the Destiny Guild? Oh, well. My heart hurts so bad. No, it doesn't. It's our guild anyway, Crux, so I'm not really too worried about it. You'll have to change your name if you boot me. Yeah, you can bring both active accounts. Absolutely. In fact, that would actually be super helpful for the channel if you want to share like your differences and your grind and what helps you. That'd always be something we're happy to hear. As it'll help everyone who watches, and it'll help other people in our guild too as we start getting active members and we get them hip to the content here on the channel. So yeah, I'm absolutely down for that. All right, so I have a YouTube video planned, and I think I'm just going to try to cut it and film it real quick because I've been meaning to do it for a while, and I've just been lazy. So we're just going to kind of get in here. Let's talk these elves, and then I'm going to jump kind of into do this real goofy, brief live recording of a video I want to chop. So let's just kind of review where my elves are at. Oh, that's not what I selected. I didn't want that at all. There we go. Elf. So as you can see, we spent big money, no whammies. We got Arwen at 5 stars. I was able to grind out Elra here to 5 stars with minimal effort. And I have Natamuti at 4. She will probably be 5 stars by Thursday when Eladan drops. And I'm planning hopefully to spend on Eladan as well, get him to 5 stars. So as of Thursday or Friday, we're going to have everybody except for Lomia at 5 stars, which is pretty dope. My goal is to be the one guild to rule them all. I love it, Carbonics. I'm going to steal that. All right. So that being said, we're in pretty good shape. We're going to have 4 of the 5 done by Thursday, barring a little bit of bad luck from Natamuti's pulls. But again, I started farming her last week, and yeah, it's all I've been using my guild stuff on, and she's already, not even a week, probably like 4 or 5 days, and she's already almost 5 stars. So Lomian, this guy right here, is going to be the one that is going to be a pain in the ass. He's a campaign farm, and they suck at drops. They just aren't good, at least not compared to the guild campaign, and you're going to need a lot of him. And this is where if you're trying to farm him and Leliel, it's going to be kind of tough. So let's do a little inventorying, see where we're at. So he was at like, what, 12 of 80? Shoot. I didn't use my brain piece. Let's see. Where did he go? 17 of 80. Yeah, Lomian is a strong single target damage, which is going to be a big help in our raids too. Crunk, good bring up. Let's see. So we know that we have this calendar, which I believe is in the inbox. Nope, we did this last time too. Where was it? No, it was. Oh, it was on this right. It was in the quests and objectives and stuff. Okay, so we know that Elrond drops on the 26th. Okay, that's a Monday. Between now and then, assuming we don't break our streak, we're gonna get 22 Lomian shards, which would put us at 39 out of 80 for 4 stars. So that means to get to 4 stars, we're gonna roughly have to farm 41 shards before then, and then 130. So we're going to be short about 172 shards. So something important to note, and something that is a little different depending on the game you play, if we go to Lomian's node, okay? Go to Lomian's node over here in the hard node. You'll notice I haven't farmed him yet for today, so we're going to do that real quick. Boom, bang, boom, 5 for 60. Hey, we got a decent drop. We got 6. Now it's only 168. 66, 166. Mental math is not my biggest forte, especially when put on the spot. But we got about 166 left to go. Now, you'll notice here, it's only 25 to refresh it once. So I'm going to refresh it once. We're going to use some of my 50 gems over here. We're going to farm them again. Nothing. See, heartbreak abounds. But here's my point, I guess. I've been using less of my gems for the 50 energy refreshes, for the 120 energy, because as of right now, my level is not going to be what stops me from getting Elrond on day one. My Lomian star level would be the only thing that'll stop me from getting Elrond on the first pass at this point. Now we get a week, and if you looked back over here at this guy, you'll notice that it goes to July 4th, which is over here, or 3rd, which is over here. So we will get another 15. Sounds like I need to pass the paywall. Oh, I paid the paywall. It's okay. It's the only game I'm going to be doing it in going forward. But so we will get another chance at 15. So I won't have, maybe if I don't get him day one, if I'm a little behind on the 30th, which is my birthday, yay for me, you're going to get some extra Lomian shards. So happy birthday to me. If I'm a little bit behind, you have a chance to catch up. But my strong advice in this game right now, especially if you are pushing for Elrond, start saving some of your gems. You don't have to save all of them, but whatever gems you do spend, make sure you're throwing 25 at refreshing the Lomian node so that you can have more opportunities to farm his shards. I don't know if I would go 50. Maybe after I've pulled for Eladan, if I have some leftover gems and he's still way far behind, I might do this second one. But if you're not farming Lomian as much as you can, as hard as you can right now, stands to reason you might get boned on the drop rates and not have enough in 2 weeks when he drops in with the Elrond event where you need him. So you don't have to save all your gems, but I would to the best of your ability. I still do at least 1 to 2 of my refreshes a day. Again, you get about 75 from the objectives, and actually, because we're here, we can check it. So let's see. That's 15, 25. 40. We got 55, 70. Yeah, so you're getting 70 gems a day. Meaning if I use 1 refresh and on the node and 1 refresh on my energy for Lomian, I'm using 75 gems a day. So I'm only losing 5 that way. Now again, if you're spending the 350 refreshes, that means you're losing 80 gems a day. So don't worry about that. You need to pass the paywall. I hope there's going to be a role for Bilbo Carbonics. That would be nice. That would be nice. So they've kind of already announced too what the next stuff is going to be coming to the game. They have data mines again from Tawna, showing that Gimli and Legolas are going to be the next 2 Fellowship characters hitting the game. So that'll be fun. That's going to be really, really cool. And I think, again, it kind of plays into they're giving us teams that are going to help us clear the mines of Moria, right? And there's going to be different bosses in different tiers. So, yeah, it's one of those deals where, you know, maybe Elves is better for tier 1 and 2, but maybe we're slowly getting drip fed the Fellowship because they're going to be the best team to, like, fight the Balrog final boss, whatever chapter that's going to be. So, you know, it's always interesting to keep an eye on what's going forward. And something to note, and I'm not sure, but I was thinking about this just the other day, and I'm going to check it here on stream with y'all. I don't know if Strider has a Fellowship tag. Two-handed sword, Road to Rivendell leader. He does not. So, what this means to me, this Strider is not our Aragorn from a Fellowship of the Rings team. So, probably that team was going to trickle out throughout the rest of the summer into the fall, if I had to take an educated guess based on my play of Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. And you're going to see a new Aragorn within the first year. Crunk, you're giving up on Strider? I don't know if I give up on Strider. I just don't know if I'd take him any higher than where I currently have him. Gear tier 6, level 40. Because you're going to get stars for him just for doing your dailies. So he is going to stay relatively useful, especially because he has the Ranger tag down here. Meaning there might be instances where you can run him with Eladan, Elrohir, and the other 2 Rangers. Miriam and... Halbarad. And that is a strong team in other game modes, like your challenges and stuff. So... you might not want to totally give up on him, but leaving him at about level 40 gear tier 5 is not bad. I don't know if I'd level him up past 4 or 5 stars either. Depends on your gold intake. But the reason you might not want to completely give up on him, all in on Sam. Ugh. That might not be the best idea there, Crump. But the reason being, hey, perfect example. So for this light crystals one, you need humans and goblins. Now, I don't know about you, but I haven't found any good goblins that I like yet that are worth leveling up and detracting from my Elrond push. So that being said, you know, you're going to need 5 humans. And right now, the only way to do that effectively is going to be to use Strider. So, you know, this team is probably going to end up being, you're looking at throw apples at everyone with Fury. That's actually a book reference move too. He actually hits that Bill Ferny dude in the head with an apple, and knocks him out. It's pretty funny. But yeah, so you're gonna need humans because you're not gonna want to level up goblins just for these light crystals, but you need the light crystals. So, you know, your main Rohan 3, Eothane, Eomer, Lady Eowyn, Strider, and then maybe bring up one of the other Rohan people because. Now, hopefully not Ealdred. I bought him for some gems just because I wanted the Aragorn shards in the next objective, but I don't think he's useful. Not worth leveling up anyway over the other lady with the twin hatchets. And also, yeah, see, for gold you need light, so again, Strider's still one of the better light side characters. You're mashing games together like a mother right now, dude. All right, so yeah, as far as the basic stuff goes, that's just kind of what we wanted to cover today. That's what we're going to kind of break down, put over on the YouTube. But I'm also going to film a quick farm video here real quick. I was been meaning to show kind of what an average day looks like when I log in if I'm busy and I'm just trying to knock out my stuff for the day. So that said, let's just get right into it. So we're going to go... Oh, is that what it's called? Oh my goodness, that is what it's called. I don't... Listen, I should be paying attention to those names more, but with all the Lost in the Deep from Destiny we're playing later today and everything, and last night, it's on my mind. Alright, welcome Dark Knight, damn! Alright. Welcome. Part of the group. Woo! Yeah, give him the woo! Alright, so, let's try this again. Anywho. Alright, so here's where we pick up the basic stuff of how I run through every day in this game. First things first, I always go to my collection because there's 2 daily objectives, one for leveling a character, one for equipping a piece of gear. So let's see, we're gonna go, where's my Naramiri? Where'd she hide now? There she is. So, normally you want to use a character that's at a lower level. You can go from like level 1 to level 2, use a bunch of BS characters, but we're slowly trying to level up Naramiri for the Elrond event first go-around launch coming up on June 26th. So we're going to give that to her. Now, we don't have a piece of gear, and so this is where we start the fun. Alright, so we need 2 of these. Now we got those. Let's see. Of course. We always need tokens. So we also need to win 10 missions. We need to play 3 dark and 3 lights. So let's start with this light one right here. Let's turn it down to 5, just because we want a solid chance to get what we want. Perfect. Got it on the first try. So now we should be able to go back and equip that piece of gear. Very cool. So that got us our 5 lights, our piece of gear equipped, and our level up all real quick. Yeah, we'll do this. That way she's more useful for our event. So that's just kind of how you knock out a bunch of stuff real quick. We can also go to the store. We'll get our bonus chest. I held this for the video today. Otherwise, I would have grabbed this as soon as I woke up today. But we needed to kind of show some visual just getting this chest unlocked for that daily objective. Miri. Not Miriam. Miri. Okay, cool. One of the Rangers. Always nice to get free shards for Rangers. So now we also need to buy something from supplies. Usually this is... I skipped this page entirely. We've already purchased them overnight. We have to wait a couple hours, but we don't have the currency. Still have the currency for Halberod. All right, Wubete. Here we go. Or Wubet. One of the two. Either way, there. Oh, come on now. We'll back up and try it again. That's a fun error that they're hopefully patched soon. But either way, the reason we're going to grab Wubet, it's been data mined that the Witch King is going to be the next legendary, or at least a future legendary in the game, and is going to require the Haradrim to unlock. So a proactive approach in your farming guide right now when you're not working on your elves, you have some extra stuff, you want to throw it at people like Wubet. I guess I'm not going to be able to buy it for the video, but that'll be one of your daily objectives. You'll come in here, you'll buy a supply purchase. I've been buying Wubet. I got Miri to a decent stance because she's going to be useful with Eladan, Elrahir, and Strider. But Wubet's future play. So we're just kind of building that in the background. Once we get that, we're going to go over to our adventures. Now, I'm just going to sim them today because I'm in a hurry. Right, that's the whole point of this video. Get in, get out, get done. I probably could unlock tier 4 of this. We'll hit it on Friday, right after we do the Eladan event on Thursday, so we'll have some stuff to buff us up. I'm not worried about it today. Sweet, so we got our 9 crystals. We're going to hit the treasure trove up real fast as well. Boom, 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 bing, bang, boom. So now our daily challenges are done. Alright, so now let's head up our guild campaign. Now we're going to need 10 guild campaign missions. Usually I clear out my guild energy overnight, so it's never quite full by the time I get back to it first thing in the morning, but we're going to log in at noon Eastern right now, and we'll claim, oh hey, we'll claim our bonus energy. That's why I timed it out like this. So you log in around noon, that's going to get you your bonus energy to have above 100 guild campaign. We're going to go over to Natamuti, work on our Natamuti farm. She's almost to 5 stars, which will be awesome. Getting her done will mean that we can push further in the campaign, and we'll be all ready for Elrond. Let's do 2 sets of 8s. Why not? So we got 4 on that one. And 8. For 12. There we go. Woo, nice. All right, so yeah, way more than halfway. We'll probably get her to 5 stars before Eladan drops Thursday, June 15th. So we'll have a lot of our farming for that done. Last, let's go claim what we've got and see what's left. I know we have our arena battles left. Now, also, when you go claim these awards, you're going to get up to 70 gems for completing all of them. You're also going to get bonus energy, account experience, player experience, and gold. So making sure you log in, even if it's just for a couple minutes, to knock out all this stuff. I think I'm 6 minutes in from when I've actually started claiming things, and we're pretty much done. So what do we have left? We have to buy a supply item, which the game was glitched, so we'll do that later. 3 shadow campaigns and 2 arena battles. So, but normally, again, we kind of save this for the reset. Normally I'd have an arena battle done as soon as I wake up in the morning. I just go auto one because it's toxic cancer in this game mode right now, and it sucks. So speaking of toxic cancer, we're just going to kind of run it. This team is awful, but we're just going to use it because why not? I mean, look where everyone else is at. They're all kind of around the same level. That wasn't what I hit at all. I didn't mean to hit synergy. Yep, we're going to have this team done soon. Very exciting. Very, very, very ready to have a full synergized team in the game that is actually built around a legendary character, meant to do some output. This is where I would be playing if I cared about the arena. I'm going to be honest, the arena is one of those game modes where it's titularly one of the most important game modes in the game, because this is the only way right now to earn the gems, which is your pay-to-play currency. Which is how like you refresh your energy and stuff like that every day. But my whole problem with this arena is that the meta right now sucks. It is not fun. It is toxic as all hell. It is a spend to win arena, and I don't like it. So though this is something I'm always going to be building towards in the background, trying to press higher and get further and do more, I do not care if I win or lose these. I don't care if I don't get any gems. As long as I am getting the arena token currency for the shop, that's all I really care about. I could not care less about doing well in the arena right now. And again, that's the wrong mindset. Anyone who streams this game or anyone who streams any mobile game will tell you that's the wrong mindset, bro. You shouldn't be telling people that. But I'm going to be honest with you. If the arena was the only thing I saw in the future, I would quit this game yesterday because I'm not spending thousands of dollars to push into silver, not even gold, to push into silver. Not doing it. So, you know, if I'm going to have fun with this game, I'm going to look at it in the sense of what do I have fun with? I have fun collecting heroes. I have fun leading guilds and alliances. I have fun making content. I have fun, you know, with all these other avenues. So I'm not really worried about not having fun in the arena, and I'm not really worried about doing well in the arena. So hot take, wrong take, but it is what it is. So that being said, we got to grind some shadow missions real quick, and we'll call it. So let's get over here. See, we got a farm. I've been still farming my Rohan just because they are super duper useful. Hey, there we go. That didn't suck. She usually screws me over. I get bad pulls on AON. I'll send you some of that gold, but I paid for it, remember? That came out of pocket. That was my Arwen bonuses. It also helps that I haven't been really farming anything outside of just the elves and the light and dark crystals. That's literally... I'm on normal somehow. That's literally all I've been farming, so I don't really need the gold for anything. Because, yeah. I do think Rohan is a good team. Rohan right now especially is a good team because if you have all 5 of them, they actually synergize pretty well. The only downside is that in order to power up Elrond, you have to spend the gems on him right now, and that is not something I would recommend. If you would love some gold, Holy Wolf, my best recommendation if you're a spender would be to save up some money for Thursday and make sure you get 5-star Elrond because you get a 1/2 mil gold and a 1/4 mil character experience upon completing their event. That is literally where most of this came from. So, yeah, that was a pay-to-win moment. And I'm doing my best to sit on it because I don't want to waste it. All right, so that's basically it, friends. We could wait 10 more minutes and do an arena again just to have it done, but it illustrates the point. That's all it takes. It takes about 10 minutes once a day when you're in maintenance mode like I am to make sure we get all this done. That's a cool emote, Carbonics. I want that. Anyway. That's the long and short of it, everybody. I hope you enjoyed the content today. Some stuff to look forward to. We're going to be clipping down and patching up our Arwen Pulls video and the other tutorial video VOD we have here on Twitch and getting them over to YouTube. We're also going to be putting out this quick daily refresh guide on YouTube as well. And then we are lastly working on, I'm working on some lore content for Lord of the Rings Hobbit stuff that pertains to the game, so that this way people who maybe aren't huge Tolkien fans that are coming to this more from the mobile gaming side of things, or just maybe people who haven't deep dived as far as I have, can get a little more of the context. I'm going to tell you right now, if you remember back to the beginning of the video where they mentions Elrond's wife, yeah, she ain't in the Lord of the Rings. And yeah, that's going to be sad. That's going to be really neat if they actually put that story in the game as something we get to experience and play through. Again, every time I see little story nods, there's a really cool opportunity to be had there. And they kind of pulled back a little bit, in my opinion, on this Gardener's Journey one. They didn't do anything for Arwen's. So I'm interested, and I probably won't do anything for Elrond as far as giving them a story. So I'll be very interested to see what that Elrond lore dive entails. So with that being said, though, friends, I almost forgot. So we do stream other games on this channel, mostly mobile. And I'm at a very cool apex in my Star Wars Galaxy of Hero career. We're going to be unlocking Starkiller later tonight on stream. I'm going to take a break here, get some lunch, play some Destiny with my pals in the chat. And then once I get everything kind of planned out for the rest of the evening and tomorrow, we're going to come back on and we're going to unlock Starkiller live on stream. So if that's something you're interested in, look for the notification that I went live. If not, look for the VOD post humorously. But again, we don't have a sign off in this channel. I just kind of like to ramble until I can't ramble no more. So yeah, I can't ramble no more. I hope you all have fun watching. I hope this was informative, and I hope you have a great rest of your day, night, weekend, evening. Who the hell knows what day it is of the week? Who cares? We're here to have fun. Let's get lost in Middle Earth. Peace.